worked at a farmer's market selling organic fruits and nuts. We'll talk about that after the interview. I'm not allowed to blend the two worlds contractually. But...
Hey friends, it's your girl Emily Curl back in my virtual studio, and today we're hanging out with the band Ripe. Ripe, what's up guys? How are you? Today we're playing 15 First. So we've compiled some prompts that are gonna go through a lot of your first time to different things. Milestones, moments, careers as a band. We're gonna fly through them. Are you ready?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so let's start with the obvious. So what is the first time that you guys all met?
Berkeley College of Music, 2011. We'd all just gotten to school. It was like the very first weekend, and I had a party at my house. We all met pretty much right away.
Okay, so what about the first time that you guys ever played a show as a band?
Don't look at me.
Emerson College Cabaret, also 2011. There was like a Halloween-themed battle of the bands, and we I think took third place. But the way the voting was set up is that if you stayed till the end, you got to vote, and so the band that played last, everyone like automatically stayed till the end, and lo and behold, they won. And I'm not happy about it. I just have a crystal clear memory of what went down all these years later.
You're a little sour.
All right, what about the first lyric you ever wrote as a band?
I think literally the first thing that happened was like I was looked at and like told to sing something. I think Panic Induced, like I Do Not Mind was probably the first line, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Do you remember the first lyric you wrote that was like pre-Ripe though? Like the actual first lyric you wrote?
I remember the song. It was called Her Song because I liked Elton John and have very little creativity.
Yes.
And I wrote it in 8th grade for a girl named Ariella that I had a crush on.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Didn't
That's
work.
a good answer.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, shout out to Ariel. Would you guys ever cover it now as Ripe? We need that from the archives.
It's like it's 90% another Neil Young song that already exists. They're just we'll have him be the featured artist on it if we ever do it. My 8th grade meeting.
I love it. Okay, so this is going back to you guys personally before band, but tell me, what was each of your first jobs, whether it was music related or not?
I worked at a shoe store called Finish Line at the mall that was a 5-minute drive from my house. And
Oh, I remember Finish Line for sure.
Private lessons, but the first job with a pay stub was flipping burgers at a place called Griddler's off the Boston Common.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a trip. Still have some scars from that.
I've never had a real job a day in my life. No,
Music.
I was a waiter for a year.
Good.
For 1 year. Okay.
I worked at a farmer's market selling organic fruits and nuts. We'll talk about that after the interview. I'm not allowed to blend the two worlds contractually. But...
Fair. Okay, so what about the first time you got a tattoo? Do you guys have tattoos? Is there a band tattoo?
Yeah, we're 2 and 2 here, so we'll let the tattooed men speak.
Mine was the day I turned 18. I got a Grateful Dead dancing bear on my arm. It's still there.
As tattoos are wont to do.
yeah, mine was early college. I got a rose design from Jimi Hendrix's Monterey Strat that he drew himself.
Oh, so music influence. I love it. Would you guys ever get a band tattoo?
I have Ripe tattoos. It's scribble, but it says Ripe right there, and his is on his.
And we tried to get it, but it didn't take. So we were just like, all right, I guess we'll have it.
It's hard. First tattoos are hard.
Yeah. We left them.
It's such an impulsive move.
Wait, so Robbie, are you the only one who doesn't have it?
Me and Calvin both don't have tattoos.
Oh, you don't have it either. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nadav, who's not here, also doesn't have tattoos. So we just eke out a majority.
Barely.
Okay. So working on it. Okay, so what about for each of you guys, again, another rapid fire, what was the very first concert you each attended?
Aerosmith.
Roy Tyner at Yoshi's Oak.
You're so cool.
Yeah, you're so cool. That's the first one I remember.
So hip.
It was either that or Beat Escovita at Yoshi's. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah, my parents took me to see Eric Clapton when I was 10 years old.
Mine was, I think, Backstreet Boys. I think my mom took me to Backstreet Boys.
Yes.
I have a distinct memory of being really mad at what must have been 16 to 18-year-old girls. I was like, shut up. I'm trying to...
Let me enjoy. Oh my God, that's iconic though. That's amazing. Okay, so number 7, what is the first song that you guys released as Ripe and why?
Eyes Like a Hawk.
4/20, 2013?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Eyes Like a Hawk off our first EP, Produce the Juice. there was a big internal battle in the band as to which song should be the single. Eyes Like a song called Makin' Ice, which like now neither of which we would ever consider as a single contender. So looking back now, that's a pretty funny argument because the last song on that album, Pretty Dirty, is now one of our more popular songs.
Yeah, so still one of our most listened.
Funny how that all works out.
Well, it's funny because my next question was the first time you got in your first big band fight. Was that it? Was that the first one?
We had like a period where like, we were sort of just making the jump from like friends in college doing this to like band trying to take it more seriously, and like I don't remember like the first time it like exploded because you kind of repress those memories because you gotta move forward.
That was like the year straight that we played like the same exact set in rehearsal and live.
When we were in college, there was a brief period where we did the Spinal Tap thing and went through like 7 bassists in a matter of months. And I think that there were some terse conversations both between the band and with the people that held those chairs.
Careful, buddy, I'm holding the bass.
Getting tense on the couch. Okay, so going back, what about the first time you ever played your music for your mom?
My mom was stoked. She thought it was cool because it was something that I did, and she loves me.
So. Look at you all whole inside. I don't think I was the person who played my music for my mom. My mom is the best and also a shade critical. So I was just like, I'm just going to let it happen naturally. But she did like it.
Okay, what is the first celebrity DM you guys have ever sent?
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. It had to be done. Oh, the punter from the Raiders. Yeah, I don't know, Yeah, we can call him a celebrity. Sure.
He's super cool guy.
He's the man. Yeah.
AJ, we love you. We love the Raiders.
Number 10, what is the first festival you ever played?
Sweetwater 420 Fest, I think, in Atlanta. It was the first time we did that.
Does Rail Jam count?
I don't know. We played like a snowboarding event that can be kind of the asterisk first one in Amherst, but the first like big festival we played was Sweetwater 420 Fest. I mean, it was cool. It was very new. Like, I feel like now that we go to Atlanta, it's not like we go right back to the Olympic Centennial Park and like relive the magic. Like, there's other parts of the city that are more vibey, but it was really nice to be out there, and it was really cool to be like sharing a stage with people that we actually listen to.
Okay, what about the first time you ever made a rider?
Talk about big band fight.
Yeah, that was wow. We probably did that when we started playing colleges more frequently. I think was the first time we got it. Or was it only like when we first just started opening for G Love?
I don't really remember.
It was sometime around when like gigs were not all the time get made because like there were conversations early on about like what was fair of us to ask in terms of like should we be doing this when we're only doing shows X often. Hence the fighting that he's talking about. Some real clashes.
I remember there was a fight about whether we should include like a football and a TV on the
if memory serves, it was like one person was just saying you could use a rider for anything, and the other person was like, what anything? Get specific. And it was like, we're just trying to play this college show, like it's muddy everywhere. Like,
okay, what about the first time, number 12, the first time you forgot lyrics on stage?
Yeah, guys.
Calvin.
It's not me.
I definitely, I'm going to like exempt the sort of more classic, like I was singing a cover and I like didn't remember the words to it. But there have been times where like early on I was more of a party band leader than I was like trying to sing all the words. So there's a show in Savannah where I was keeping pace with a birthday girl who hadn't eaten and I also hadn't eaten. And
shout out to the Barrel House.
Barrel House took good care of us. That made me take bad care of myself. And so by the end of that show, that's the first show where I was told I was like just dropping words. And, you know, I think the night ended ceremoniously with me putting my head through the kick drum.
You just take care of Barrel.
As you know, that's how every show you've been to ends is with the singer's head in the drum.
So it was a good time then. What about the first time you got goosebumps? Maybe someone was like wearing your tour merch, or you heard them playing your song, or they sang back your lyrics on stage. Was there a moment where you're like, oh wow, this is cool as a band?
Someone came up to us after a show once and told us that their father had recently passed away and they were really close and bonded, you know, with each other over our music. And they still came to our show. I think he had died like a few days earlier or something like that. And I don't know. That was a real moment of like, you know, this thing that you sort of hope is bigger than yourself and big, you know, any one night. You know, it felt like a real moment of, yeah, okay, you know, this was a special thing for these people, and we, you know, we were that special thing. That was a pretty intense moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's powerful. I mean, and speaking of music, brings us to our last one. When was the first time you agreed your newest single, Settling, was ready?
Kids, if you're ever mixing a record, just batten down all available hatches.
How many rounds of mixing did
I
you
think
do?
Too many.
Yeah, 9. I think I remember us making it to 9. The record came together in like sort of fits and starts initially, so like there was a long period of time where we had done all of the like us in the room work, but we hadn't done the work that happens after that to take it to the finish line. And that step just decided to like grow and grow and grow in size. But there was also like a very hard timeline at the time that was given to us that was like, hey, this thing is taking a long time. Also, you have no time. So I think October, November.
I don't know. Shout out to our management though for some deadlines that were
Yeah. No, honestly, they turned out to not even be that relevant. And I'm still glad
they might have been lying the whole time.
This is a trick they play on young bands.
It worked. Nice job.
Well, it all paid off. Settling is out now. Congratulations, guys. So exciting. Thank you for playing 15 First. So nice to get to know you a little bit better. Before we let you go, give us the rundown. What else can we expect from you this year? Are you playing shows, more music? Give us the full thing.
Definitely playing shows. We've got a bunch of festivals coming up throughout the summer, basically every weekend, I think.
Yep.
We definitely have more new music. We have nothing that we can lock in right now, but it's a-coming. And yeah, those are the two big things coming up for us. Am I missing anything?
Well, Boston Calling specifically is
Boston
pretty
Calling.
big. Yeah.
Boston Calling specifically.
It's a huge festival here in Boston that's been going on for, I don't know, like 6-7-ish years.
Sounds all right.
And we've been itching to play it for a long time, and we're finally playing this year on Sunday. Same day as Metallica.
Same day as foundational influence for the members of Metallica.
Oh my God, I feel like this deserves a tattoo. Okay, this is the tattoo moment. This is when it happens.
I did tell one lie this interview. There's Metallica across my chest. You have one.
Right, thank you guys so much for being here. So great chatting with you. Hopefully next time we see you, it's in person or we can come to one of the shows.
Really nice. Let us know if you can.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching 15 First with Ripe the Band. Make sure you stream all of their music on iHeartRadio, and we'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here. And don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. Bye guys.